Greetings, everyone. This is Rock and Roll Spot Connection with the Weekly Comic Ground. We're most of the way through, so let's kick things off with the Miss Marvel 2024 annual, tying with the Infinity Watch annual crossover. Basically, the hosts of the Infinity Stones are popping up in preparation for a big thing with all of them. But so Miss Marvel and her friends are on ditch day at the Atlantic City Boardwalk, and they're riding the rides, discussing upcoming dance, and in a tent there's got the Great Multitude. Multitude is the bearer of the Soul Stone, but he's basically summoning the souls of people who are deceased. One person doesn't like the way Multitude does this, and well, he creates a soul construct of the Hulk to deal with him, but Miss Marvel stops the rampage of the soul construct Hulk, and talks down Multitude. But, also gives him a bit of a pep talk. The next day, Kamala's getting fitted for her dress for the dance. And it turns out that Multitude has decided to go off and take care of the Adventures, a group of bird-headed and androids with bird heads. They're based on various inventors. For example, Nikola Tesla, Marie Curie, Philo Farnsworth, and Leonardo da Vinci. And Kamal's been dealing with them since I think since at least Dark Web, but before her death, though. And so Multitude's going to deal with them, but Miss Marvel intercepts. However, the inventors escape, but Multitude's like, hey, sorry I messed up. Like, oh, hey, no one got hurt, and it happens. Be a superhero, you're not always going to win the day. And so, at homecoming, Bruno is Kamala's date, and later, and elsewhere, Multitude is playing catch with a soul construct when he's visited by Apex. who thinks that who asks if Multitude is in full command of the Soul Stone, because Apex thinks that Multitude's in over his head, and he's apparently there to set Multitude straight. Apex, you may recall, was formerly was known as Prince of Power, and is the host to the Power Stone. Moving on, however, there's also the backup story, the Death Stone saga. Nick Fury and Captain Marvel are at Coulson's gravesite. What they find is a smashed up coffin, pager, and Coulson's gun. But Carol feels kind of cheated on because of the pager. But Nick Fury wanted to know if she's picking up anything energy-wise, but as she puts it, the energy type is on the tip of her tongue or the back of her mind or something. She's been around it before. She knows that much. It's definitely not something new, but she can't put a name to it. Not out of context, at least. But Fury points out that they don't know that Coulson's back, by the way. That, all they know is someone dragged his remains out of the coffin and set off his pager. That doesn't mean he's alive. But Carol offers an alternate theory. Someone got him out of the coffin and disarmed him, and you don't need to disarm a corpse. Well, sometimes you do, but not often. But Fury says he's going to poke around, do some investigating, look for clues, and Carol offers to help, but Fury states that thanks her, but since with as Miss Big Bad Leader of the Avengers, he's sure that Carol's got her hands full, but he'll call if he needs her. And they both hope that Fury finds him. While Fury wonders if Coulson is back, where is he? And he's being tortured by Nighthawk. That is where the issue ends. I'm digging these annuals, honestly. Curious to see how the Death Stone eventually affects Coulson. So, moving on, though, to our next book, we've got Annihilation 2099, number 5, wrapping up the miniseries. Throughout the books, so far we've seen Dracula's casket being stopped in space, and him basically found as salvage by a salvage crew. The captain of the salvage crew being killed, and then the rest of the salvage crew being turned, and then the ship crashing. When the ship crashed, there was a rather burned corpse. And so, on the planet Midas, where the ship crashed, the burned corpse is removed from the remains of the ship, and the capital of Midas, the Trine, are the ruling body of the planet, are discussing things with their son, who has been among the people. And he feels that their family's grip on the planet will falter if everyone finds out that their whole manifest destiny type of mandate is just BS. But Dracula is slowly recovering, and he's in contact with his captains, who are pretty much being almost to death. But then days later, the Shrine arrived to speak to Dracula, and he exposes the fact that they're grifting basically. But and he states that he will he will conquer the planet. But and there are other prisoners besides Dracula's captains. There's Darkhawk. But Dracula basically takes the blood of his captains from a distance and regains his strength. The Darkhawk is freed, and then Dracula's captains get to feed and regain their strength. Dracula takes the Darkhawk to flight, goes to Shrine Palace, and bests the shrine, basically, and takes their sword. There's also a quick log from Lilith Dracula, basically stating that she looks forward to her father waking and talking, basically sharing her victory, her diplomatic victory with him. And that is where the issue ends. Coming in November, there's going to be a sequel, Conquest 2099. Fitting, as the second Annihilation crossover was Annihilation Conquest. So, but anyways, moving on though to our next book, we've got our last book at the moment. We've got Ultimate Spider-Man number 7. So, Spider-Man and Green Goblin have been working together. They actually make a good team. Neither MJ knows about Peter, and though Harry's wife, Gwen, doesn't seem that she knows, but she's also been helping to, or she's been investing in Ben and Jonah's venture, the paper. But the issue opens. It's July. Dr. Otto Octavius, a scientist who works for Oscorp, is looking into the suits, and he's impressed. But there's even more that the suits can do, but they really haven't unlocked them. And so AI, basically an onboard AI that can basically help. It's an AI. It's like the AI in an Iron Man suit. MJ and Gwen visit the paper, but well, Ben and Jonah are out. They're out, in fact, meeting a contact. That contact is Robbie Robertson, and he's basically letting them. He's feeding them information on stories that the Bugle doesn't do anything about. Meanwhile, at a black hole in Manhattan, a building that doesn't exist, Captain Britain, fresh from his defeat by the Ultimates, meets with Wilson Fisk. He also offers Fisk a team of his agents to deal with basically with Spider-Man. However, Fisk states that he doesn't have a plan for Spider-Man. He has 6 plans. Meanwhile, Harry and Peter are working with their new onboard AIs and sparring. Harry's AI is based on his father, Norman, and oh boy, it ain't Harry Osborn. There ain't no daddy issues. Woo. Peter's is based on himself, but they kind of get to let loose, and it's a it's a solid sparring match. Peter states that Harry needs therapy. However, Otto notes that there is an additional carrier wave when it comes to the Stark Tech network. Just as Iron Lad shows up and asks Spider-Man, "Are you a hero yet?" And that is where the issue ends. I'm serious. This is one of the best books. We're getting things are getting back to the point of how they were for me in the mid-aughts. Kind of looking forward more to Ultimate Spider-Man than I am to Amazing Spider-Man. It's not a dig on Amazing Spider-Man, but Ultimates is it's Jonathan Hickman. I mean, of course it's gonna be good. But anyways, that's going to do it for now. As always, feel free to like, share, and subscribe. Links to my Facebook, Twitter, Blue Sky, Instagram, Mastodon, Patreon, and PayPal can be found in the description box down below. This is Rock and Roll Spock signing off saying, live long and rock hard.